Hello. Hi, everybody.
Hey, guys.
Y'all know I don't have no intro. This is Harold's apprentice from the Seeds of Transformation and Healing Center, not in Massachusetts. There's my intro.
Oh. Is everybody still grinning ear to ear?
There we go. Turn that off. Does it start at 8 Eastern? Yes, it does.
Hi.
President-elect Joe Biden, first female VP elect, first male first or second man, I guess they call him, VP's husband.
Yeah. I was wondering that. I was like, so what is the technical? I don't even know the technical term for like the vice president's spouse in general. So I was like, I'm really screwed. I don't even know what. Mr. Kamala.
Lady, so I'm assuming second man.
Okay.
I don't like second lady.
But really, he's first man because he's the only man that's a.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like second to anything. That sounds like a downgrade. Like we're in the living room, you're in the kitchen. I can't.
Okay, real quick while we're waiting on people to come in, can we see what he's going to do as second man?
Because he gets a platform.
Joe, because Jill Biden was quite active as second lady. So what's the second man going to be like? Before we do our candle lighting.
Yeah, usually because the spouses get like a little project to do, like a type. Yeah.
Let's see what his focus will be. And they have two really small girls, so so cute. Two very young children we get to watch grow up. Yep. That are adorable. They're so cute,
so precious.
I'm gonna have to learn their names. Sorry to say I don't know their names yet. His name's Doug. Yeah, that's right. Doug. What's his focus going to be?
Whatever it is, it's something new because it immediately starts off with the full for me. But he's going to use his skills and resources. It's going to be a new venture, but it's something that it's in his wheelhouse of things he already is kind of, because he's a businessman. So probably some kind of new businessy, maybe small business, because I'll follow with Three of Pentacles. Very interesting. That would be kind of cool though. Because I know some of these small businesses are like after COVID. So that'd be a really cool initiative for him to start and put energy behind.
I'm getting the same thing, like people that are juggling money, helping with getting jobs going. His challenge will be his children. So I get that his focus will actually be, logically on his children here. But yeah, that he will try to get the full card too, manifesting and getting new businesses and new jobs going.
Yep, full and magician, first two cards for me. Yep.
I'm getting something significant around people's employment and work.
Interesting.
I get giving a platform to women or trying to empower women to be in government or something of that nature. Maybe joining the women's march or women's movement and being seen as an ally since his wife is now in a prominent position, and then he can also, I guess, get some brownie points.
And maybe even some women's small businesses going.
Yeah.
Everybody got their candles ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Ariel, we surrender to your mercy, compassion, and healing. We thank you for protecting our Georgia election runoff. We thank you for protecting and keeping it fair, open, and honest. And we thank you for Stacey Abrams getting 800,000 people registered. We thank you and for making sure that all those people are allowed to vote. And I'm going to set my candle over here because Artie will be over here.
Great. Thank you.
Doing his little creep through.
Especially if I bring him in.
Now, you want to make an announcement about the Feeding America?
Yes, from Tuesday night's live stream on my channel where we had 9 readers reading. I have had so many views afterwards, and everyone has been donating to the PayPal link that weren't able to do super chats. So I'm going to allow through Monday night, midnight Central Time here in the U.S., PayPal donations to continue to come in. My PayPal link is on that video if you scroll in the description box. I'll allow donations through Monday night, but I got to cut it off eventually. So any donations you want to do after Monday, you got to do it direct with Feeding America.
Okay. So I want to start with his inner circle. But first, let me say, public service announcement. I know during election night, we had a bunch of freakouts and pull your hair out moments, and people were just ready to fling themselves into oncoming traffic. But
Razor blades away.
as you see, things got a little better and things worked out. So going forward, keep in mind this information, that it worked out. You have to project, you got to pray on it, you got to put some angels out there, whatever it is you got to do. But when you put it out there, leave it alone.
Yeah.
Because you are the one that can now mess it up.
Yeah.
So going forward, because he's still got a couple months, and then going forward, there will be more Republican candidates who want to come forward. There will be more crazies. There will be more fringe. Every time you see this does not mean freak out. This means to keep calm, to pray about it, and leave it alone. And what's going to be, what's going to be.
Keep all that positive energy, manifesting good things. Hey, Lori.
Oh, wait a minute. Hello? I'm live right now. Well, you live with him, you tell him. I know he watches my video. I'm just saying, you live with him, you tell him. Okay, fine. I know he's watching, so I'll tell him. Donald, this is Melania. She wanted me to tell you that ain't nothing going on but the rent. You got to have a J-O-B.
If you want to be with me, hey!
I had to be a little petty. I'm sorry. Oh, Lord Jesus.
That was awesome. I seriously thought he was on the phone with somebody. I was like, oh.
Why did I have to jump? I had to jump in and give you a little beat. I'm like, can I
have a J?
African American? The ATL came straight out of my spirit at that moment.
No romance without finance. That's what the song say. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
So let's look at Melania. Her whole world has changed just now. Maybe. I watched another reader today. You Asked Tarot. Shout out. She said that Melania, she did a Kipper cards and said Melania is got some papers and money coming. I got that too. Now, I know I'm probably the dissenting voice in this in particular situation, but I never really got the man is broke. Like he had to pay $25 million for his Trump University scandal. So he got some money somewhere. I don't know where, but somewhere. And so I think that she got some money coming from somebody. But I just want to look at her generally and see what's going to happen.
For the rest of this month, Johnny?
Well, I just want to look at her post now that the election's over. Cause I don't really know how to word it however you need to from the beginning, because I know you need to be a little more.
Say the next 6 months or till inauguration day. You want to put a time frame in?
Have a J-O-B. I'm just saying.
Good old school jam.
Mm-hmm.
I can't stop laughing. Right, Artie?
Nothing going on.
With the rent.
Nothing.
I'm telling you, I think Artie has more money than
He's got more lint in his pocket than Trump, too.
that he does have. There's a lot of dust bunnies around.
Trump ain't got nothing in his pocket.
Won't be long till we don't have to look at that red necktie down to his knees anymore.
For real. Oh my
The
God.
clown
Except
tie.
walking in the court.
I'm surprised he doesn't step on it. It's so long.
Now, I will say this too. I know it's very low vibe to make fun of people, but he has put us, not just us as in United States citizens, because what happens to us happens to y'all too, wherever you are in the world, because we are all connected.
Yep.
And so he has put us through a lot.
I mean,
And so-
obviously, by the celebrations all around the world, and the bells ringing in Paris, and
They lit up the Eiffel Tower early. As soon as they announced it, like, he's out of here.
and thank you to our viewers from around the world that has sympathized with us.
Mhm.
And understanding that Trump is not a country.
Thank you.
He definitely wasn't this one. Adrian, what you get?
You wanted me to pull chakra cards, correct? Or did I just
do it, pretty please?
Okay, so she actually has I pulled 5 cards because I was just curious. She has the spectrum, so there's nothing repeating for her. So crown chakra, really trying to work on like this. She's at peace, and this is the card that starts with like she is going to be working on manifesting peace and how like this is done. I can move on. I didn't want to be first lady. I didn't want to be with this fat, orange, grimy man this long anyway. So that is going to be a priority for her. Those of you who hear me say this all the time, when you have an area with your solar plexus, you're also going to have it with your third eye. So she's going to be working on this particular card is universal light for her solar plexus chakra. So really just working on like, who am I now? And what do I want to do? And how does that work with my bigger picture? Like I was brought on this world clearly to do something other than be Donald Trump's, y'all, I have nothing positive to say, so you'll figure it out. You fill it in with what you want. And then visualizing too, how do I want to, using that third eye chakra to really manifest and visualize this new life that she wants to be in. 2 areas that she's going to really need to focus on is rebuilding her heart chakra, particularly with love. She has been in a loveless environment for so long. How do I start replenishing and finding that love? And then also too with relationships, let's just say maybe one relationship's going to end and she's looking forward to starting new relationships. So a lot of sacral chakra.
and her heart grew 3 times on election day. Because she gets to get away from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get she's moving some money around. She is getting a lot of attention right now and has a lot of hope of hanging on to her money, clinging to her money. And somebody is manipulating that, that would be Trump. Somebody is bullying her, that would be Trump, trying to get money out of her. But she's like, here's the election and here's Joe Biden. And I'm already packing my bags. I'm ready to go. I'm just sick of this whole thing. And she's ready to take a trip somewhere. With all the fighting that's going on, she wants to be somewhere overseas. Mm-hmm. And there's somebody she's talking to about this trip.
Could it be this?
I'm just saying.
I'm getting all sorts of stuff. I'm getting mostly over on her mind. What she's thinking about right now is her social group of people. and how people are going to be suspicious about her because of what's been reported. And also back here with this line, basically being a social pariah. You know, she's no longer, she doesn't feel comfortable going back to this group of people. Okay. She has something going on here with her celebrity, perhaps working as a model again or something like that, because it's right down her present line. This way it's showing paperwork for some sort of an agreement and big trouble she's going to have to lie about. Also problems in regards to, if this was the inauguration, there's problems about that because here's false paperwork, and that paperwork for the partnerships it's a lie. And she's lying about this organization here as well. She's like, Jace calls her the reptile. She's going to have to lie, and she's heading into a lot of trouble. But this goes out from now until January 2021. But I don't see her marriage. I see her looking for partnership because the ring comes after her. So it's like she's looking for partnership somehow. Interesting.
Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Mimi. And there was two more. I missed it. I act like I ain't done a live stream in a long time.
Me, myself, and I, Terry.
Echo, thank you. And Teresa, thank you. I went back up. I got you. Okay, so there is information here with the Ace of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. This is whatever that is. It's coming in. This could be a contract, whatever kind of document, but it has something to do with money. There is an imbalance around the Fool because now things have changed for the better or worse, depends on how you look at it. But they in particularly are going to have a financial, it's not a problem because the renegotiation that she did on her prenup, but there is going to be a financial conversation that may swing one of them into imbalance and the other one into oblivion. So there is also an offer to travel the world or to go abroad here with the World card and then the Knight of Cups. There is also an offer of maybe possibly romance with the Knight of Cups. And Ten of Pentacles, there's a big giant treasure chest of money still. Her word of warning is the Knight of Swords. This is going to happen very quickly. It may not be quickly, or it may not be slow enough for you to explain it another way. So it may be like, okay, this is happening way too fast for y'all to still be on good terms. Like he loses and then all of a sudden you're on the French Riviera somewhere, which anyway. And so it ends in the stars and the Nine of Cups. So she has a pretty good, flashy future going forward. Whether it is secure is a completely different thing because she could still be having some sort of trouble, but she is having, at least for 2021, a very flashy 2021. So let's go down the row. Ivanka. Ivanka.
I just heard the nursery rhyme, Little Miss Muppet sat on her tuffet, eating her birds away along with sat down beside her, chased Miss Muppet away.
Hi, Lynn. I hope you got your sound and everything squared away.
Hey, Lynn.
Hey, Lynn.
Hey, Yona.
Lynn and Ona, and I saw Lori in here too. Hi, Lori.
I saw Jace as well. Hey, Jace.
What did I say, Ivanka? Hey, Ivanka.
This family, I swear for Lord and 19 Eskimos, if they don't keep getting the same daggum cards, for crying out loud, this poor girl here.
Like, a part of me, well, all of me is glad that this is nearly over. But a part of me knows that it's really not, because we got a whole bunch of court cases and a bunch of questions. Is this person going to jail? I don't know. I'm not psychic. What do you want from me? I don't know.
Well, she gets a major arcana.
Ooh.
This is a major loser.
Uh-huh.
She gets a lot of stuff slung at her really, really fast. It's incoming, moving fast. Somebody's getting ready to take an action on her. Her challenge is to have a circle of support around her. It's like she's abandoned. She gets the Wheel of Fortune and Temperance and the Moon. So she's all emotional about her change of fortune, and she could be drinking a little bit here too. But she's still living her luxurious lifestyle. Her problem is she's trying to manipulate something to cause confusion, and that's going to bring more judgment on her by, I think, a court system. So she's looking to also go on a journey like Melania to get away. Courts are on her. They are watching her. She will not be allowed to go.
Thank you, Larry.
Wish I could say I hated for her, but I don't.
What you get, Adrian?
I thought Becca looked like she was getting ready to go. I can.
No. I'm looking because the wind's blowing and my furniture out there is getting blown around. But go ahead, Adrian.
Two themes. Because she, unlike her stepmammy, yes, it is your stepmother. That's not your father's wife. That's your stepmother. Go ahead and claim her. She has a pattern. All solar plexus chakra, all third eye chakra. She is going to really be challenged. She also got universal light, the same as her stepmother, because I know saying it just grates her butt a little. I'm going to keep doing it. Same as her stepmother. So how does she move forward? How does she get out of ego-driven and get back into a life of just serving, which I don't think she can, but that's beside the point. Personal power and also determination. So she's really going to have to work on stop being so aggressive and pushy and needy and taking a step back. And then also third eye chakra. So visualization and dreams. Sweetheart, if you're dreaming about jail,
Draw it to you.
yep. And maybe pay attention to your dreams.
I like jail.
What you fear, you attract, so.
So be careful, sweetie pie. Hers was pretty basic. Basic boosh.
I'm kind of getting the same thing, and I'm thinking there's stuff around the inaugural that she's keeping secret here. There's gifts to that campaign that were quite generous. So this could be the Trump campaign, Trump or the inaugural, but there's gifts here that were generous. This was her in the past, everything that she was getting for her celebrity and her connection. So she was kind of like the link on how to get the gifts. She's keeping secrets about that. She's heading into some serious depression this way and separation here. She's being separated from people that she loves from now until January. I don't see jail for her. I just see depression because she's separated from people that she loves.
Thank you, Adrian.
You would see. Never mind. I'm gonna say it anyway.
Say, I was like, wow, what you thought? Just say it. Just say it. Just say it.
Everybody at some point has felt a little down.
Mm-hmm.
If you have not gotten out of that little down, you may have even swung into depression. Normal people, if they say they're depressed, other normal people would feel bad for them, or at the very least, try to give them some words of encouragement, blah, 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 blah. At least throw you a Bible verse, this too shall pass, or whatever. It is so bad that you cannot feel bad for these people.
Nope.
For 4 whole years, they have tormented everybody around them.
And patted their pockets.
And stole from everybody around them. And there are 545 kids that don't know where their parents are, and the parents don't know where they are.
240,000 people are dead.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sorry. I can't bring myself to be human to say, oh, I feel bad for your depression, because it's kind of like the karmic wheel has now turned, and here you go. This is what you have been putting out there. Reminds you this is why you should put out good stuff. Because when it comes back around, then you'll recognize, oh, the good stuff. And then when it comes back around bad, then you want to play victim. Sorry.
Because when you're gambling, the house always has the advantage. If you're spinning the karmic wheel.
Yeah.
Me petty boots. I will. I was trying to be human right there. Thank you, Desiree, though. 7 of Wands and the Ace of Swords. Defending against information. Defending against truth of information. 7 of Cups. It does have something to do with your daddy. And the Fool. 7 of Cups and the Fool. What language is that? Lemat. What is Lemat? Is that Italian? That means the madman. That's what the Fool is named, Lemat. And so your father is really about to go crazy now. And never mind that, whatever he has been doing that y'all have been doing, I should say, is what you're about to defend against. This has something to do with you and him. And maybe it's just something within his administration you got to do because of his administration, but the two of you are entangled, but it's him directly. Because when I get the Fool, it's him directly. King of Swords, it's about him. So I got the King of Swords. So here with the administration, there will be something about documents or patents, something that is going to be brought up in court that somebody's going to sue you over or somebody's going to investigate. And it has something to do with his administration. I don't know exactly what it is, but I keep hearing patents or something like that. So you may be having a legal document battle and it may be playing out in court, or they may find out that there is something that you are connected to as far as paperwork goes or as far as document goes that did something in this election or did something. Not saying voting machines necessarily, but it could be something within this election, maybe some little scheme. I don't know. But you have a thing that's going to play out in court too. And you're supposed to be the smart one. But then again, smart among Trumps. So there you go. It ends in the Knight or the Page of Wands. So this will be in the media. You will be at the center of attention. For a time, they will talk more about you than they will about Trump. So you're going to have your time in the sun. If that's what you wanted, that's what you're about to get.
Be careful what you ask for.
Good old Tower. And the Tower is perfect for y'all because, again, I always sort of akin it to the hubris of mankind who build this tower above the city. That way nobody can touch them but God. And then that's the one person that touches you the most. Don Jr., the one that I actually fear for. I think he might be a bit
Out of his element.
emotionally unbalanced.
Yeah.
He blamed the GOP for not supporting his father.
And he's trying to incite an all-out war. So purely for entertainment purposes, only YouTube.
Yeah. We're like actually watching his crack up like live.
Yeah. Thank you. All these people. Jesus.
Take the wheels, take the boat. Jesus.
But I mean, this election's over-ish. We know who won. President-elect. I'm just gonna say, let me say this public service announcement too. I know going forward, because it's already happening, that there is within the camp this progressive versus establishment on the Democrat side. I'm not going to do a bunch of readings into that because I don't really want to in these short 4 years, because I think he said he's only going to do one term or something like that. I don't want to pick them all apart. Thank you, Beth, because y'all still got another election to win in 4 years. So I don't want to pick them all apart just yet, but let's focus on the positive for right now. Anyway.
All I can say is I'd hate to be Don Jr. right now and have this spread. He's got his legacy. This is his legacy is all about to come to light. It's all about his family legacy. and he is burdened. His challenge is judgment is going to sit all over him. He's been spinning that wheel of fortune too, taking a gamble here, and he's been a little money runner for his dad. So he's going to try to gaslight, cover it up, but America has spoken, and he's also looking overseas, wanting to get away. But, you know, he's got a partnership he's trying to get out of. He's got some agreement he's trying to get out of. He's in for big change and the tower, and he does get an offer. So I feel like somebody's going to try to get him to flip. He's going to be, he's got justice on him. He's going to be in court. Somebody's going to try to get him to flip. Maybe Letitia James.
Becca, what'd you get?
I'm getting, what's her name? The gargoyle?
Kimberly.
Yeah, Kimberly Gargoyle or whatever. If I read this straight across, it's a new girlfriend. I don't know if that's her or if that's a new person coming in, because it's a new girl, a new woman friend here. He's surrounded by money. Money here, finances there. And in gifts that were significant that he lied about. He's in big trouble in regards to financial fraud. This right here would be more like your banks, business fraud. He's in trouble for all sorts of fraud or lying about it. There's a new girlfriend. I don't know what that's about.
Thank you, Demetria. What'd you get, Adrian?
Just like his stepmother, because I know he's another one. When you call her stepmother, just chaps that inner hair closest to his anus. I'm not gonna read all the cards because he's a hot, horrific mess, and it's literally across the entire chakra spectrum. Two cards that I think that are maybe two cards I think are very interesting. He has to learn to forgive his father. Everything that he's ever done, is currently doing, and will do in the future stems from this. I don't have the good side of my father's attention, and I'm angry.
That's deep.
And so if he does not work on this heart chakra and forgiveness, it's going to take him out. Don't forgive them for them. Forgive them for you. Forgiveness is for you. So you can move forward, you can heal, and you can ultimately give them the biggest middle finger ever by being happy and being healthy. Don Jr., forgive your father for you because he is a narcissist and he will never say, I'm sorry. Accept it. It is hard, but do the work and accept it. Here's another thing that I found very interesting. He, depending on how this plays, looking at the rest of the chakras, if he can attune and get his together, he can be up for some beautiful spiritual awakening. Now, here's something else I think is, I'm going to put on my petty boots for a second. I'm also wondering, it's amazing what can make you have a spiritual awakening. Oh, I don't know, having to be in court, having somebody throw something at you, having to take the fall for something. That's another thing that could cause a huge spiritual awakening. When you are looking down the hatch and you don't see nothing but your butt on the line, I'm wondering if then and only then is when he's going to kind of wake up, have this crown chakra moment and go, you know what? I got to fix some shit.
Well, I'm having broken record syndrome because I still think, and I'll just say it this time because I try to go around the imagery and the suggestions, but I'll just say it. I think he is suicidal. And 10 of Swords and King of Cups. His emotions run deep and they are at a loss. I don't think that he's going to be able to control his slope. I'm not saying that he will commit suicide. I'm saying he is suicidal. 9 of Swords and the Tower. Those come together. This just no. Here in the fear, 3 of Swords. Like, that's all I got. I mean, I got a bunch more, but that's I get the same thing every single time. I read on this child. This is always this temperance. This is the thing that he needs for balance. This is the thing that's in the fear. That's like off to the side. I think he is suicidal. Or if he's not now, he will be.
That's why that forgiveness card was so heavy. It was just like, I can see the path you will go down, and it's not pretty if you cannot handle that thing, that burden of forgiveness.
And he is the one pretending to be the toughest, and I think that it is the opposite.
I keep changing decks. I have pulled out about 6 on every reading. I'm changing decks because they feel so muddy since the election. I never felt every single deck on every single member of this family just feels mired down in mud.
It's like every single card wants to talk, right?
They're all sticky and everything. I'm like, oh man, I'm going to have to sage every deck tonight.
So let's go to Eric. He is the one with quiet part out loud syndrome, and he's not done with court. Naturally, none of them are. And I think that if anybody is going to get them in trouble, it would be, Mr. Ed himself. So let's see. Eric.
The cards just almost don't even want to shuffle.
Oh, crap. I tried to grab the phone and I blocked somebody.
Go back and unblock them.
There, I'll just make you a moderator. How about that? That'll fix it, won't it? Okay, there you go.
Nobody's sharing with Eric. Nobody's sharing time, resources, anything with Eric. He's out there all on his own. Nobody's telling him the game plan, nothing. So, he's trying to watch, the seeds of the harvest, but he's on his head. The challenge is all the illumination that's getting ready to come out on Eric in particular, involving his overseas misdeeds. All these cards are coming out reverse. I do have that he moved forward into something in the recent past. So he took a step into something with his dad's businesses that all of this is coming from. Heartbreak, betrayal. He's on the fence about it. Does he turn? Does he flip? Or maybe it's unintentional. It just comes out of his mouth and he doesn't even realize it. But yeah, he's defending. He's done something treacherous, and anything he tries to get out of it, he's just howling at the moon. He is getting a lot of attention and focus because of his dealings. He can try to negotiate. He's not going to like what they offer him. He can try and negotiate his way out of it, but he might be having some quiet time somewhere in a cell too. Are we doing Jared next? I'm going to start shuffling early since my cards are so sticky.
Mm-hmm. That's the next one.
Okay.
What you got, Adrian?
I was going to say, what do you got, Becca?
No, go ahead, Adrian. Go ahead.
No, please go ahead, because I'm trying
I'll
to
go
find
ahead and then
the
Adrian
nice
will go.
words to say what I'm
Yeah,
about.
I'm like
to
kind of like, what the hell?
I got 10 of Swords and the 7 of Cups. So I get the same thing with Jen here, that there's no sharing. There's like an ending to he's being left in the dark on purpose, I suppose. I get the Moon and the Knight of Swords. The plan of attack is not shared with him. So there's something going on there.
He's flying blind.
I get the feeling that him and Don Jr., because they both get the same card in the same spot, they may be having a bit of sadness around their pappy. And it's not about the election. I don't know if when they look at him, they see him deteriorating, as in he's losing his mind, or he's growing increasingly sad or increasingly worried, or whatever the case may be. But they feel it in their heartstring a little bit, but it's not necessarily compassion. It's more along the lines of they see him a certain way. You know, he's the apprentice. He's the businessman. He's the mogul. He's the celebrity. And now he's sort of reduced to, me and Jace was talking today, and this came up again. So let me say it, public service announcement. Humble yourself in private, or God will do it in public. Mm-hmm. Take this fool here. I hate to be racist, but I don't like orange people. Take this as your word of warning. The higher you try to elevate yourself, the farther you have when you fall. But I get also, and this, I might have to do a separate reading some other time on this one. He may be taking some psychotics. I get the Page of Pentacles, which I thought, you know, he might be getting a subpoena or something like that, but I don't hear documents. So I pulled another card and I get the Devil. He's got some tablets. He may have been to the donut shop even. So they're all kind of going through it right now, and I can't really say I'm sad about that. Adrian, what you get?
Okay, so he has a reoccurring theme between his throat chakra and his solar plexus chakra. Your throat chakra is your ability to speak and hear divine truth. Here's what I think is fascinating, and no matter how long I ruminate on this card, I get the same answer. So I want to preface this by saying, for entertainment purposes only, and I could be very wrong. However, he needs to listen right now more than he needs to speak, particularly when he's in court. Don't just start answering all willy-nilly. Listen, child, to the question that they're asking you. Let it ruminate, process before you open your mouth, because you may screw something up and answer and tell more than you intend to. Which brings me to the card that I've been ruminating, and I really don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it anyway. And this is what I'm getting. Why is your life purpose throat chakra? Why is your life purpose throat chakra? For anybody else, this would be an easy answer. But for you, I keep ruminating on this. I'm wondering if this whole child's work on this earth is to accidentally say some mess that's going to bring his family down.
Probably.
That is why he was to be the balance, to be this thing that takes this nasty empire down. Because why is it the throat chakra? Why is it life purpose? Is he going to say something that is going to just the whole thing? I don't know, but that's what I kept hearing, and I kept asking other questions. But
because the most damage that can be done to this family is from the inside, and then the outside will come in and use what they got from the inside.
And if they're not talking to him and telling him the game plan, he's probably going to spill something quicker. Becca?
I'm getting that they link him to an organization, whether that's Trump org, Trump inauguration, the campaign, whatever. He's the link. There's big changes for him. He might be going to some sort of therapy. I don't know what that's about. But wherever he was stuck, there's a change for him, and it's also in regards to like his health too. There's something going on here with his health. And also there's a retirement community here, and committing someone to a retirement community.
Sitting there follows to the knacker's yard. But maybe that's why I got psychotics. Maybe there's something going on in his health and his mental health.
Mhm.
Jared Kushner.
Yeah,
That heifer.
that girl.
Yeah.
Jared Kushner. Lord, here we get off this. I feel like we didn't ask no questions. All these weird people. Lord, but you can't help it. They've been in our lives for a very long time.
Hmm. Interesting. Hmm.
You know, I don't know why, but I feel like he is happy as a little clam and celebrating that Trump didn't get the votes because this challenges Trump, the businessman. So I don't know if they've had a falling out or what, but he's kind of like sitting back and watching what's going on. It looks like he has tried talking to Trump, but then he kind of retreats and he's being put soon in a position of defending himself. And then I get someone is walking away from him that he has a partnership with, and there could be a divorce.
I heard that earlier, Jen. I heard divorce.
He's about to get a divorce. The only thing he's turning his back on the children. And this divorce is like in secret, hush, hush.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he doesn't even care about his own kids.
There's something there too, inner child that he needs to work on and express to make himself happy, which could be why he wants to go back to the days where life was carefree. He didn't have this persona he had to live up to. I don't want to be petty, so I'm going to stop there. He's also going to be working very hard, crown chakra, just like Melania, to find that peace but I hear with him, by any means necessary. This is what I am going to do. I have got to be happy because I've been so unhappy.
He needs to work on the inner child and quit trying to look like the eternal child with all the Botox.
Exactly. Yep.
Thank you, Sunflower. What you get, Beckham?
I'm getting heartbreak for him, secrets and classified information that he's been stealing, also knowledge of corruption, talking about something very, very, very painful that has to do with perhaps an older man, someone who may be ill. So this could be in regards to Trump's deterioration. But there's records on him, and he's going to be punished and be in a world of poo. A world of poo. Poo-poo. Mm-hmm.
I get he is holding on to something that is causing him some stress with the 9 of Swords. There is some sort of information or some sort of document, some sort of like it's a physical thing though. It's like if he has a server in his suitcase or something. He's got a specific thing that somebody wants or somebody might be looking for post inauguration that he would be worried about its safekeeping for all time. There is also a bit of this is salacious, so take it with a grain of salt. There is some text messages back and forward with him and a non-Ivanka type person. there is somebody he's talking to with some hey girl hey going on right there. So he got him at least an emotional interest. I'm not saying they get down with the get down, but they are texting back and forward. As far as him and Melania goes, there is something that they are stealing together, and this is probably why she is going to end up in court on something, because it has something to do with overseas with the 2 of Wands. There's something overseas that they stole together. and she might be left on the burner for it, and he may throw up the deuces and say, me and Stanislaus is going overseas. I'll see you later. Bye. The Two of Swords is in his word of warning, though. So there is some sort of blockade. He can't escape the rest of this either. You are a Trump, whether you are calling yourself Kushner or not. And then it ends in the Knight of Pentacles, which is a document of some sort. This has your name on it, your signature at the bottom of it. This is going to be called into question and called into court. This is also going to be about you specifically, because again, your name is on this. I don't know exactly what this is, but it's going to be called into question. So this is more than likely something we will hear about. One more. Oh God, two more. Stephen Miller and Barr. So let's do Stephen Miller first. I seen a picture and it had a little caption, "Goodbye, Stephen Miller." He had a suitcase. I was like, oh, please, yes. And then let him walk across the train track and get his pants stuck or something. I'm just saying. No, that's a disgusting. I can't even call you a person because you're not. If I believed in the devil, I would believe it was Stephen Miller.
Yeah. Excuse me and thank you. I didn't mean to sneeze all up in y'all's ears. My apology.
I thought it was shuffling, so I heard nothing.
It was wet sounding, so I apologize. Yuck.
Boy. I'm glad I'm not him either. He is no longer secure. His lifestyle is no longer secure. Everything is flipped on its head. He's trying to do just mundane little things, but he's isolated and he's getting a light shown on him. The Fool is on his head. In other words, there is no new journey. You're stuck right in the middle of this. You can't run. You can't hide. Everything you did, it's already completed in the past. And you know what? It's going to hurt. Here comes Biden and everything that they've been watching with the borders and the kids at the borders. Yeah, everything's about to change. There's going to be major illumination on this. And he gets the tower and he gets justice. He's going to have some legal problems, lies and corruption. He gets every bad card in the deck. I swear to God, I would think like all the good cards are pulled out of this deck.
Let me go ahead and take a sip of gratitude on that one.
Yeah, I do personal readings all day, on weekdays. I don't get these kind of cards, like all of them in one spread.
I'll say, go ahead, Johnny. What'd you say?
No, so what you get?
Mine is, I'm just going to keep this simple as all get out. He's going to spend the rest of his life fighting for forgiveness. He doesn't believe in a jacked up heart. This is why he needs to work on it. He doesn't think he has done anything he needs to be forgiven for, which is why this is going to be a challenge for the rest of his life.
I'm done with that deck after reading on Miller.
I pulled a double line of 9. I'm getting that there's going to be a lot of criticism coming his way in regards to what he did in his career. There's something here about him being shut out from his family or the administration. That comes to an end. There's going to be a lot that we still do not know that he was involved with, and whatever was said was a lie, and it was obstructed. and it was done under corrupt means. It's undercover right now. It's secret for now. Eventually it comes out. It may also have something to do around abuse of the physical kind and sexual kind towards people that were residing in the parks where he was keeping them, several there, 9, 10. He took an opportunity to make a decision to abuse people through surgery. But him and his wife are still like this, and they're happy. Both of those sickos are emotionally happy in their.
Well, good, because nobody else wants them.
Yeah. But there's news coming out that's very significant, and almost like evidence about what he did in regards when he was in the administration and everything that he did in regards to those decisions that were made for the camps. And that's part of those secrets that's revealed, that comes out. There may be something about pregnancies as well, or where people were moved to. There's moves. So, yeah. What I'm getting.
Yeah, I get all of what y'all got. I do have that there is a sadness about completion to a cycle here with the world and the 5 cupsules. There is some sadness about that because I guess his reign of terror is cut a little short.
Mm-hmm.
As I said in the comments earlier, they cheated and still lost.
Yep.
There is the Magician and the 9 of Pentacles. There is also something about money that he manipulated, and it has something to do with women and pregnancies here with the Empress card that came to an end. So this would be that, guess, that forced surgery, because around that is the 6 of Pentacles as well, and a new action around women. So, but there will be some burden. Now, there is going to be a psychotic medication or a psychotic drug or something that he is possibly already taking that is going to burden his physical well-being. I don't know if he doubles up on it or has a not misdiagnosis, but a prescription that's too strong or something of that nature. Because I get the Temperance, and my Temperance is a sobriety card, talks about medications and alchemy and stuff like that for me. But something is weighing down his physical body, like something that he's taking is weighing down his body. But yeah, that's
weigh it about 6 feet under. Truly for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah, that would be entertaining. So Barr, and then we can move on from his inner circle.
Purpose card. Oh, fat Freddie Flintstone.
So I always get, he's got that moral high authority, like he's his own moral authority. He shows up on the bottom there with that. He's working out the details of how to claim victory, how to get enough votes here. The challenge is the truth. But he's working on this in secret. The challenge will be the truth because there will be investigations into any elections if he comes up with anything with voter tampering. He will be put in the defense mode, and he will be strung up on his heels. Everything will be delayed through the courts. This particular deck, I have 2 extra cards in the regular Rider-Waite deck in this deck, and this is my card for they're going to seek knowledge or information from you, and then you're going away.
Adrian, what you get?
I I hate reading on this man. He always makes me depressed. He's just such an icky human being. When you've spent your life, your life's purpose has been to lie and to deceit and not use your throat chakra for speaking divine truth, being in a higher alignment, that does have a consequence. And for Bill Barr, that consequence is his physical health, his root chakra, his base, his stability. I just don't see him. I'm not going to speak ill and say that, he's going to see a graveyard anytime soon, but I do feel that health is going to be a reoccurring issue for him. I don't, that's just what I'm getting.
Take us to the park.
Yeah.
He'll like it. Ride the rides.
I'll spray myself.
Say you enjoy them whether you do or not, because you lie about everything.
Yep.
I'm getting that he's a bit confused and uncertain. Also something to do with a cover-up, and he's looking to retire, but far, 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 far away. Far away. There's also someone around him who is a friend very close to the administration who has been traveling afar to make this person look good in their career. Everything that was covered up and lied about and they tried to bury all of it gets illuminated by a woman. He has knowledge of the cover-ups and everything that they put to bed. There's something here to do with weapons as well. And how a person in a position of authority has been financially suffering, meetings that he has had with a person in a position of authority, meetings that he has had with financier as well, and new news coming forward in regards to an accident. And I'm just leave it there.
I get his progression after this, because after his Iran Contra and that presidency, he got to go on about his merry way. Not this time. The progression is met by the tower. There's a roadblock, and it does crumble something down for you. If, mind you,
Meditate on that a minute.
mind you, we have been predicting. Thank you, Barr. All this stuff for 4 years. Well, for 2 years for me, but for 4 years, we've been predicting all this stuff. And all of this contingents on whether or not Democrats do anything.
Exactly.
And then Republicans join them. This is just right now. Should somebody go to the Backbone store and actually purchase a couple, his progression, his escape is stopped. And then it goes down into the sewers. His job is the reason why, and he will have some sadness over that with the 5 of Cups. He will not be able to get past this hurdle this time. He got too close to the Medusa, like I said, and now he is turned to stone so he can be one of the garden monuments like the rest of them. So as of right now, because his word of warning is the 10 of Swords, you lost everything for this orange idiot. And so if you can get somebody to do something about him. Mind you, he pissed off all the Justice Department, so maybe somebody somewhere might grow a pair, but
for that, but
okay, oh Jesus, we spent the hour just talking about them people. Okay, back up. Will the Senate redo tax scam? What was that?
Well, I wanted to know because, right now as it stands, the Senate is split 50-50 right down the middle with Kamala Harris being the tiebreaker. Is the new Senate or the new administration going to redo the Republican tax scam where us here in California and other blue states are getting raked over the coals with taxes while they give out corporate handouts? So that was my question, if it's going to get redone.
Yeah, because we're all funding Kentucky and Mitch McConnell's.
Kansas has been bankrupt for 20 years.
I mean, mean, I'm all fine with giving it to other states that need assistance. That's not my problem. My problem is don't be giving my damn tax dollars to the corporation.
And then give nothing during wildfires and COVID relief and everything else.
And then
I have a immediate bit of a problem with them giving it to states that need it, simply because those states keep electing people that bankrupt them.
Yeah.
Stop doing that, and then you will have some money.
Yeah.
And I guess I was wrong in saying that too, because it doesn't even go to the people that need it. We pay our tax dollars so that we can have schools, we can have WIC, we can have food stamps, all of that stuff. It never goes there. It never goes there.
Somehow or another, thank you, Angelica. I think it continues. I get the Three of Pentacles and the World, which means that this should be complete. But it's like there is some sort of working together part here that is crippled by something. Because here I have the Emperor and the Knight of Pentacles. There is a deciding factor here with the money or the deliverance of money news. The strength, however, is around the Devil and the Three of Wands. There's something that they have on their side. I don't know if it's numbers or what it is, but I believe with the Nine of Wands and the Six of Wands, after the hard work and labor and toil, they still remain victorious on this tax the poor, pay out the rich type thing.
But it led to like a ridiculous deficit in 3 years.
Yeah. It did the last time, but they elected Republicans anyway.
Yeah. I got something kind of similar too. Initially, it starts off with Ace of Swords, so there's this new thought trying to go about it. They want to walk away, Eight of Cups, and kind of leave that tax behind and start something new. However, there's going to be a lot of confusion of the Seven of Cups trying to cast. A lot of people are going to be, I say this, you say that. No, really, it's helping this. No, really, it's helping that. I get the Devil too, Johnny, which is funny. And I heard very clearly Mitch McConnell and certain Republicans, because they were in their pocket. But the outcome for me is the Seven of Pentacles. I think we're going to have to wait. I don't think it's going to happen as quickly as we want and need it to.
Yeah.
Thank you, J-Ro.
Yeah, I get temperance on the bottom, patience, like it's going to take a little time. I get all the money that they were collecting has been stolen in the corruption. There's going to be money news about that, so we're going to learn like who stole it, where they put it, where it went to, and then they move forward. So we're going to have to find out about all the corruption around it first. And I also feel, when I first pulled that, I felt stimulus bill also. They're going to look into all the corruption around the stimulus bill.
The PPPs?
Yeah, and that's when it changes. That's when they can move forward. They've got a new plan. There's going to be some anxiety around it, but I do get victory. It will be under Biden's administration, but it's going to take a little while. We're going to hear about all the corruption first.
I'm just getting a straight up no. I'm getting that someone's not going to be successful. There's the topic. It's unfortunate.
Jesus Christian. Okay, so let's look at Deutsche Bank while we're on the subject of money.
Mm-hmm.
Deutsche Bank say they want their money. I heard Rihanna in my head. So, bitch, give me my money.
Yeah.
Like, pay me. However, they do have their own problems, as we seen in the live stream we did on election night. So now that it has come down that the Orange Menace of the Dennises has lost, where do they stand now? Deutsche Bank, are they going to move on Trump like a bee, like he said in the Access Hollywood, or not so much?
Because they're standing back now, like, gimme, gimme.
Yeah.
You know?
Because you better try to get it now for Melania take it.
Okay.
You know he ain't got but $38 in the food stamp card, so you better try to get in there to get it. Excuse me, a food box card, because that's what he did, right? He ain't even got a stimulus check.
They were smart. They'd get theirs first before everybody else. You know they're coming. Go get theirs. Because half of nothing is still nothing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Lord. Good old Medusa strikes again. So I get that they have to walk away. The 8 of Cups and the 4 of Wands, your plans for going after him and for money is not something you're going to be able to do right now. You may be able to do this later on down the line when, you know, all he got left is now $10 in his food stamp card. But then there's the Magician and the 10 of Swords. Your power is cut off. So you may be under investigation yourself, or you can't bring the case against him for whatever reason. Maybe he swindled you too. I don't know. Maybe that's, you know, one of the personal victories for him to where he gets around not paying you. But your Magician meets the 10 of Swords. The 8 of Swords meets the Ace of Wands and the 4 of Cups. You have to submit to that fate of not getting what you want, or you will get diminished what you want. So if you're suing him, say for $10,000, you're going to have to settle for $38.50. There is the 2 of Swords here in the end, crossed by the 6 of Wands. You will be blocked from getting what you want from the center of attention, from the Donald Trump. So you're not going to get all you want. You'll be lucky if you get a settlement. Jen, what'd you get?
I get all their little secrets on the bottom there, that they should have used discernment with Trump before collaborating with him on the dark money that went on for a long time, and people want to know about this. They've supported him for a very long time, and yeah, they're going to have to take a back seat on this, because no matter how much they work, it's just going to be anxiety, and everybody's going to turn their back on him when the judgment comes on Trump. They're going to be howling at the moon to get anything from anybody. Howling at the moon. Should have been discerning when they dealt with them. That was another one of my extra cards in the stick.
What about you, Becca?
I'm getting that the executives at the bank are going to suffer a loss because homeboy's broke. I see a hospital too. And then man coffin. So just take that with a grain of salt. This thing may get caught up in court for a long time. The executives being successful, they're going to suffer because there's an ending. So either this person files for bankruptcy, like, oops, I can't pay you back the 420 something million because it's bankruptcy, you know, or the other situation. And then there is an advisor or a friend that lies. They also, they can't look forward to try to offload this thing because this person is a burden. The man is a burden. He brings suffering and pain. He's a liar. He is not loyal. It's dog snake. He's not a loyal friend. He's not a loyal person, and he steals. News of thievery. So
Trump a burden? No.
Yep. So
Ray Charles, who was both dead and was blind, could have seen that coming. You know?
Oh, what you get, Adrian?
They rue the day that they were in this contract, sharing 6 of Pentacles, sharing money, going back and forth with the Fool Trump. There's already conflicts of them trying to get this money with the 5 of Wands. they're trying so desperately to hold on to the notion, to whatever money they can possibly get. However, homeboy, home skillet, it's not going to happen. The tower. I'm sorry, Billy Kitty.
I love the tower in Trump readings because that's an actual hotel with a crack in it.
Mm-hmm.
Do they own Trump Tower or any of the Trump towers?
What you say?
Do they own any of the Trump towers? The Deutsche?
I don't know.
Some of the loans are on them. The one in
That's
Chicago.
why I said maybe there's some financial stake in it, like maybe the loans or something.
Yeah, the
Maybe
mortgage.
he'll seize his properties because it shows that person, the man coffin, like broke, like done, kaput. And it was man tower and then tower tree. So I was like, wait, is he dead or is he in a hospital? You know, so I'm wondering if they try to seize his assets or seize their assets.
Mm.
Which could be why I got the Four of Pentacles trying to hold on. They're going to end up seizing it.
Well, let's look at it while we're on it. Trump properties and see if he's going to be losing some, if they're going to be underwater. Because mind you, a lot of the stuff with his name on it, he doesn't own.
Right.
It's just his name leased.
Which is not worth 2 dead flies smashed in a bowl of vinegar right now.
On Mike Pence's head. On Mike Pence.
Y'all see that meme that's going out with the fly holding the Biden Harris sign? He said, "I got you guys." The internet stays undefeated. So.
They like the smell of his perm. That's all that was. That's what happens when ain't be you do your hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're shifting stuff back and forth in those properties, the values, the taxes, everything else. There's a lot of shifting back and forth between them. The challenge is to find one that's strong, that's even doing well. There are investigations that are already being done on this, and things they're trying to cover up. Yes, they are going to lose some. They are going to be separated from some that they ran dark money through. That causes them a big burden. There's going to be major illumination on that and money laundering, who they partnered with, and they're going to lose. They're going to lose properties right and left. That's 3 cups on the ground, 2 still standing. So they're going to lose 3 out of 5.
Wow.
He'll get to keep the toilets, golden toilet seats out of the bathroom.
You can keep the one with the bed bugs in it.
Yep.
I'm getting that there's a woman that has records that's coming forward, or a woman that's delivering records about a lot of betrayals and lies and falsehoods, and she's growing something in regards to abuses and laundering. So I'm not sure if this is Letitia James. And I don't even know if Letitia James is looking at Trump properties. I just see that there's records here that she has that are false, and there's growing abuses, laundering. So I don't see Deutsche. I see whoever that woman is.
I think they're already, I agree I'm kind of getting something very similar to what Jen got. They are already, there may be some new grandchildren who own property. It's the equivalent of when you have parents who put the light bill in their infant's name because their credit's bad.
Mm-hmm.
So they just use their infant social security number to kind of get their light bill and their electric bill turned on.
Trump was a millionaire by the time he was 5 because his dad did that.
That's what they're doing with these properties. That's kind of what I'm getting, because it ends, there's a whole narrative, major change, sun, moon, there's a partnership with the lovers. It ends in the devil, and I clarified it, which is the fool, so that Trump setting out, there's the secrets, high priestess and the 10 of Pentacles are going to keep the money. They're going to keep the money and the properties in by pulling the switcheroo, if that makes sense, or as many of them as they can.
There is some diminishment of the money, so he is going to lose a lot of money to the point to where, like, he might have a whole $1 million to his whole name by the time they're through. Like, it's going to be a lot of downgrading when it comes to the money. The Ace of Swords and the Two of Pentacles, there will also be a fight for deeds or for title, tax, and papers. Like, it's going to be some battle over that with the Two of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. Something that earmarks this building belongs to such and such, and there will be a fight over that. There's going to be some coming after the properties, but this is going to take a very long time because this is more of caught up in a paperwork and we need more time. And the lawyers are doing a very good stall job, at least as long as he can pay them. And then he'll probably switch lawyers out at least 5 times because you know how he does. He doesn't really like the job you're doing at the moment, so you got to go. So there's going to be a whole lot of that type of stuff going on, but this is going to take, good 4 years before everything is all said and done, even with all his properties. And mind you, Scotland is still up his behind too. So this is the tip of the iceberg. This man's got more problems than, the devil in church. So we'll see. So the election has passed. They cheated and still lost. Thank God.
How embarrassing is that for you?
And then said, stop counting. We can stop counting. You still lost, bro.
What was it Autumn said? Thank God for dumb criminals.
Fuck real hard, dude.
Because there was still some cheating, so we want to know what kind of cheating will be exposed. Is it all mail fraud? Is it tampering with the machines, or what kind of cheating will be exposed, and will anybody be held accountable? Cheated and still lost. This is why I said that card, Fanuel, the ending was written before the beginning began. There was already an ending to this. We just had to be patient. He didn't leave on, April Fool's Day and the day after, and then the 3rd, and then the 4th, and then no, you had to wait this one out. Now he can still walk away because he's still president. Threw up in my mouth, but he's still president. But yes, SMRT. He's very smart. I got that from Homer Simpson, by the way, too.
Well, I kind of get all of the above here because I got the bully card on the bottom. I get votes that were retired through corruption. So that would be the mail-in ballots that were retired and disappeared. I get changes for hope and power. So ballots that were changed or manipulated. And then I get steady votes from deceased people that they move forward with. So created manufactured votes.
Okay. So I get that there are literally votes sitting somewhere for Joe Biden.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally sitting somewhere right now, like in a bag somewhere under a radiator or whatever the case may be. There are literally votes still sitting somewhere. Never been counted, never been touched, never even seen the light of day because nobody's opened the bag that they're in. Will anybody be held accountable? If, again, I have to preface, if you can get somebody to move on it, then yes, here with the Knight of Wands, there is an investigator of some sort. And the 10 of Cups, that's my Democrat card. The Knight of Wands, there's moving in action. And then the Sun, that's my yes card. There is a Two of Swords here, which means that there now is possibly a block to the investigation. So someone may be hiding the truth or hiding from them. But it is going to be obvious to the rest of us, at least those of the magical card variety, that somebody, yes, is hiding. But I don't really have the strongest of confidence that justice will be served. But we will have at least a couple of names to center on. One of them is possibly Joy.
I do. I think I actually get the judgment card, so something will come out. Somebody, like to your point, whether there's imprisonment, they get locked up, don't know, but at least will be a story that is told. I can think there were. I'm going to say with the Empress and the cards that follow, sharing heartbreak. I feel like they created ballots. And if you start looking, you're going to start seeing John Richter at so-and-so address, and there is no John Richter at that address. Like they created people.
Mm-hmm. That's what Kanye did to get on ballots. Was created names.
That's what I'm getting. That's how they cheat. One of the ways.
What'd you get, Becca?
I'm getting that there is a very powerful, wealthy, very, very wealthy family that's part of some sort of organization. However, they are not seen. They're like in the shadows somewhere. This particular thing benefited 2 men and 1 woman because they were out of luck. And something was done or said, perhaps phone calls or something, that was false. Those were lies. There was a person that was blocked and delayed. It was the blockages and the growing and pileup of mail that was suffered from being delivered. There's mail that is not delivered and it's hidden somewhere. It's hidden. I don't know if this is a box, if this is a trash bag, a trash can. I don't know where it is. And that's how they manipulated it. It shows that eventually it may come out, but nothing happens. Nothing happens. So that's what I get.
Yeah, I believe you. Okay. So let's look at thank you, Whimsy.
Did you go already, Johnny?
Yeah, genuine.
Oh, okay.
Let's look at the Georgia races. We'll start with Loeffler.
Loeffler versus what's his name? Warnock.
Reverend Warnock.
Reverend Warnock.
Christ, my house sounds like I got an army of people in here.
Oh, please.
What you got?
I think Loeffler loses. There's bad news for a Republican here. I'll just say that. And the 5 of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. So thrown out in the cold by new people or new invigoration of people that use their common sense to vote, as the Ace of Cups suggests, with the streams of water. The High Priestess and the Page of Cups, this is something no one was counting on either. This surge of blue into the red, making it purple and blue. And so, yeah, there is going to be an upset, I believe, for the Republican here. Because I don't get him or a Republican alone. This is like Republicans, period. There is a negative news for it. So, fingers crossed. Adrian, what you get?
Nothing yet. I have to rethrow and my computer froze. So give me a second.
Oh, she's frozen here too, Johnny.
Yeah, it's my computer.
Are you waiting?
No, it's still frozen.
Oh, it's just frozen.
I'm gonna come out and come back in.
Okay.
What did you get, Jenny?
I got that Warnock is going to win. I get Loeffler, like somebody's going to be asking her some questions about votes shifting, actually. She loses and is separated from her seat because, she's already in there right now. And he wins with discernment and power and truth and victory card.
I'm getting that he won it already. Problem is, there was blockages and delays as a form of fraud, and that's the news that comes out. Yes, he wins. They manufactured obstacles for him, so he did technically win.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? For her, I get that she has to go away. She goes bye-bye on vacation, far, far, far away. There's the new journey, and then there's something new that comes in for her where she may be speaking or talking or meeting and negotiating. But no, she goes bye-bye.
So Purdue?
And also, Purdue looks so pitifully small and low in that debate. It's just pathetic. Scared chicken. Osnoff. Is it Osnoff or Ossoff? I always forget. Osnoff.
Ossoff.
Ossoff.
Thank you, Coleon.
I get Ossoff also already won. I get the same thing you just got, Becca. Like he had, even though they said he'd lost, I get that he had already won and should have moved forward. He'll win again. Discernment again comes into play. And I get for Purdue, they're going to ask him. Want to know also what he covered up and going to be asking him questions.
Becca, what you get?
I'm getting for Purdue, he's going to have a chance to go far, far away and find a new job. Go bye-bye. For Purdue, for Ossoff, I'm getting that there's new power coming in for him because he's loyal and he's trusted. There's loyalty and trust, power, that's new. So yes.
Yeah, I get new strength or new power that celebrates here 3 of Cups, strength, and the Empress. I did for Purdue specifically, I did the 6 of Swords. There's this progression meets the 5 of Cups. There's some sadness or some disappointment, some grief. The 9 of Wands and the Justice. There may be something legally that is going to weigh him down. Maybe there is a little bit of cheating going on. Just plainly put, the Hierophant and the World. His job in the government is complete. Or your hopes for the government is complete. Mm-hmm. Did you pull, Adrian?
I did. I got the exact opposite of what you guys got. I got Purdue was going to be successful and Ossoff and with the 3 of Swords. So I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm really, really hoping I'm wrong.
You pulled for Loeffler race?
I did, and she I got to remember because I used Kipper. There's a message of concern coming for her, and I did not get that she was going to be successful. I get it's going to be Purdue.
So there's rumor that Vladimir is sick and he's got Parkinson's and is possibly stepping down. So is Vladimir Putin really sick, and is he really stepping down, or is this just somebody out there having a bit of conspiracy for the world to consume? Because his inner camp says it's not true. Of course they would, because why would you admit a person who thinks they're strong is sick?
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. We'll do a health reading on him first. Parkinson's. What does he have?
Something a little different.
You ever shuffle the cards and you're like, okay, when are you going to tell me to stop? It's like, one flew out. Put it upside down. Do it the right way. How about that?
I get he's sick with corruption and thievery and sneaking around. Things that, I get, he wants to be there a long, long time as the emperor. They would like for him to move on. Some of the oligarchs, but they're howling at the moon. I don't think they're going to get him to go anytime soon. And I had the messenger on the bottom, like it was a message that was put out there, like propaganda.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it either. Because none of my health cards are corresponding to each other, which means there's not a story here.
Mm-mm.
If it was Parkinson's, you'd see like neurological cards or something.
I don't get that. I get that there's a suspicious woman that's really, really nervous. So I don't know if this is someone around. I don't know. But his power is suffering, and he is financially suffering. But I don't get anything about his health.
I get nothing about his health either. I get the family, like the oligarchs, want him to go. And I'm wondering if they, like kind of what Jen was saying, they may be the leakers or the catalyst for this propaganda. But I don't get that he's physically sick. And they know the world kind of wants him gone. They want him gone. They want him to walk away.
Mm-hmm. And you gotta think too, I think his last hope was getting Spanky to remove the sanctions. And he failed to do that. So I think they're giving him the choice, like, hey, leave or have an accident out of a window. Right.
I get with his health, he's taking something to strengthen his blood for virus. He's got some intestinal issues. He's got some liver issues, maybe because he drinks a little too much. And he has a little bit of a bad back.
Okay, so these next few months, what will Trump be up to?
Foolery, shenanigans. Sorry.
Will he be taking the pictures off the wall? What will he be doing these next few months?
Watching everything in the Oval Office with a baseball bat or a golf club.
Mind you, this is the people's house. We own this. So you breaking our stuff.
Yep. You don't care.
And my ancestors built it, so don't be jumping up and down on my damn couch. That's what they say. Whose kid is this? Get somewhere and sit down. Running in and out of my house, running up my life.
Right.
Doing waving tours. Don't nobody want to wave, but you sit down somewhere.
So part of the country.
It was so nice to see Biden on stage and know his grandchildren's names.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I love how he ran to the stage for a
his
little
little
while.
old man jog. That was cute.
Yeah, I was like, that was a stunt. He was stunting on them, like Sleepy Joe. Who? Look at my little old man jog. I got.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
That was a stunt, boy.
I'm not a pretend billionaire, and I can still jog, baby.
Right.
Doesn't have to wear glasses, and he's there pointing to people in the audience and waving like some of his senators and stuff.
Jill looks like a real person.
Good God, can I get any worse cards for this poor man? Poor as in her, not poor as in sympathy. Good, for crying out loud.
You know what?
Let's see. It keeps getting worse and worse. Spirit has such a beautiful sense of humor.
What'd you get?
He's basically this. Okay, so it starts off with Nine of Swords. We all know he is stressed. He's trying to hold, come on, Bill, somebody get me something so I can try to win, come out of nowhere to win this. But unfortunately, it is crossed with the Three of Swords. There is death at the base of this in the Wheel of Fortune. His fortune has turned. There's a major change coming up for him. Really, the rest is just more negative card, negative card, negative card, negative card, and then it ends with another negative card. Five of Cups is the outcome. This sucks. He's really going to be wringing his hands and ruminating. So I don't know if he's actually going to tear up a lot of stuff and be destructive, but he's going to put across that he's happy, he's fine. The White House is great. There's a joyous place because that's his hopes and fears. But at the end of the day, you got to go, bruh. You got to go.
Becca, what you get?
I'm getting that he's trying to figure out what choices he has to make because of the elections, and he's thinking about where he's going to go to far, 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 far away in his money and his businesses overseas. Right now, he's looking to stay cemented at the residence, has no plans of leaving until he comes to an agreement with a judge and a court. There is a judge here. There's also someone around here that's a veteran that was of aid to him in manipulating something at one way, shape, or form. And then I see something around his health, particularly his heart. There's something wrong with his health around his heart. It may be something that's circulatory as well as his veins. He has knowledge of something that has ended, but he's looking to secure opportunity with a judge within the courts. Through a friend that's a woman, a loyal woman. So see, look, I pulled a double line of 8. A loyal woman. Here's a judge. Here's a veteran. Here. But he's having serious heart issues with his heart circulation and arteries. Not that I care, but I think he may continue to try to work some sort of a deal in the courts as well for himself. I don't know about this veteran person, if that's what's his face, Michael Flynn, because I see a veteran and someone that was loyal and a loyal woman. So
I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
What you get, dude?
He's going to create chaos after chaos after chaos on the bottom here. He is looking overseas for help. Judgment is on him. He is burdened because he lost this race. He is the loser. That card's been coming up for weeks now. He's trying to defend himself and lock in where he's at. He's got an abundance of people that are like-minded from him that are going to or committed to him that are going to start blocking him, which is interesting. So watch for people to start kind of turning against him. He's still going to try to manipulate things. He's going to do a lot of Adderall, and he's going to continue to be smug little Trump.
Here with this is how it ends with the world and the Six of Wands. He is going to put forth a fantastic, thank you, Cynthia. He's going to put forth an image that everything's okay. Everything's good. Nothing to see here. Never mind the big giant fire in the back. The Magician and the Three of Pentacles, though, does suggest that if you, now keep in mind, that way we don't have another freak out moment. If you see the crazy people, the Proud Boys and the Boogaloos and whatever the hell they call themselves now, if you see these people, know that they are paid by this administration. Mm-hmm. These are not individuals who are angry that Trump lost. Those people are protesting and are shouting and are carrying signs that are misspelled and are still wearing all their gear that they paid for that they can't return. Mm-hmm. Those people are protesting and shouting and screaming and are angry. They're not carrying guns. These people are still paid by the Justice Department and Barr secret police and all that type of stuff with the temperance and the justice. However, on the other end, there's the Tower and the Five of Cups. On the inside of his stomach, he is afeared and afraid. He is running out of opportunities here with the Ace of Pentacles. They are diminishing slowly but surely. He has no friends. He has no real family because those people are all conditional. This is his Tower moment. Mm-hmm. Let me say this too, public service announcement. Let me say this too. I know people, when is karma going to catch up? It's Teflon Don, and he's never going to get in trouble. He's never this, he's never that. We are not in control of karma. We are people. We are just human beings or spirits walking with a physical vessel. That's all we really are. Yeah. We can't control karma. Karma just moves. Okay, it's already there. It's kind of like if you go bowling. You take the ball and you roll the ball. The pins are already there. Karma doesn't have to catch up to anybody. It's already there. The pins are already there. How fast you hit them or how slow you hit them depends on a whole bunch of other stuff. But it's already there. So one day, your actions and karma will meet. And it will be a disaster or it will be fantastic. You'll either get a 7-10 splint or you'll get a strike. Or you'll hit one or you'll get gutter ball and be embarrassed. Whatever it is, it will catch up to you eventually. Like I said, it's already there. It doesn't really have to catch up to you. So his karma is coming. This is not something we control. We just are impatient people is all it is. We just think if you do something bad should happen to you. Yes, but sometimes you just don't get to see. Okay, we don't know what it's like being him when the lights are out. Mm-hmm. And what's going on up here. I told you this is your greatest asset and your worst enemy. And his brain is probably full of garbage. So there's
nothing but dust mites floating around in there.
That seems that big ball of dissertation.
Dust. Yep.
Oh, mercy alive. Okay, Graham, did you cheat? How did you win? Because I never got Lindsey Graham winning the election. I always got that funky Mitch McConnell was winning, but I never got Lindsey Graham winning. Did he win legitimately? Yes or no? Was there some cheating? Was there some what?
Comments are cracking me up. Old cat be viewing gnats.
How did you win, Lindsey Graham?
He did not win legitimately. He was small. He was short.
I got the Emperor called in a favor, but let me throw again.
What's that, Becca?
There's your thievery and your cheating and your stealing. Right there. Right there. Something to do with maps, quite possibly, technology, cheating, taking away, making it small. He did not have the power at all. He came up small. it was a small gamble. It was stolen.
I asked if he cheated. There was a manipulation. He knew he was about to get blocked from his seat. And he had been in that seat for a long time, longevity. So he had someone that he cooperated with that moved him forward and worked on the votes. And I got my yes cards for yes, he cheated.
Yeah.
So I asked, how did he win? And I get because somebody conceded. So I think that there needs to be a recount.
Yep.
Because if you give up, there are still some things that need to be
Yes.
redone in South Carolina. I don't think there is a legitimate win here with the investigation in the government. There needs to be somebody looking into what happened with the votes here. It ends in the Ace of Cups. This person walked away. This person conceded. Five of Pentacles. This person went out. There's also a bit of somebody voted for him, and this is still the South, so but he didn't get the kind of votes that would have justified a win.
Yeah.
I think somebody needs to be doing some looking. What'd you get, Adrian?
There's something, basically a culmination of everything you guys got. He was down and out. Starts off with the Two of Pentacles, trying to juggle, crossed by the moon. There's something secretive that happened that waiting to come out to light. There was trying to win at all costs. At the base of this, the Five of Swords. I got the Emperor again. So there's this person with this authority figure that came in. It was about to crash and burn with a tower. But however, the outcome is the Two of Cups, and I clarified that he made an agreement with someone, and that whoever this person is, that's who did the trickery, debauchery to get him over the edge. But I can't get how it was done. I can't get more about who this person was, but I can't get how they did what they did.
And I can't get if it's going to come out. There's definitely a manipulation with somebody that he's known for a long time. He partnered with.
Yep. Did I get?
I think it's that concession that sealed the fate. Like,
Yep.
I don't think he should have conceded at all.
And I said
guarantee
that Wednesday night.
I guarantee that happened with Susan Collins too, because Susan Collins was all of those people that were so close. I was getting so mad. I was like, why are you conceding? You know all the crap that they're doing right now. Do not concede. Do not concede. And Jamie Harris.
Just Friday morning, hundreds of ballots in Pennsylvania were found. Florida found. Texas found. Georgia found.
Why
Like,
would you concede? Why?
everybody's hiding votes.
We need people to whistleblow.
For Lindsey Graham, I had done a grand tableau, and it shows the letter was in its own house. So that's in regards to mail. There's something really important here. They're lying about the mail, and there's a cover-up for something that is stolen or missing. And he got help from overseas from somebody manipulating maps to install a conservative that can be manipulated. That was the chain around here. So, but who did it? I can see the manipulation came from afar. It's far away. So I don't know if that would be the Russians or calling somebody up in tech and going, hey, flip these votes. I mean,
They need a recount.
They do. Because let my cousin tell it. My cousin who lives in South Carolina, she's like, there's no way he's winning. He's pissed off everyone. She's like, the old Republicans, all the stuff he's done, they hate him. They want him out. And then she was like, bruh. I was like, yeah, bruh, what happened?
yeah, same thing with Turtle over there. Adrian, everybody hates him. How does he keep winning? You know,
15% approval rating for him, and he wins again.
Wins again and again.
So that's why, and I was thinking to myself, that was kind of strange that Biden would come out and talk before anything was said and done. And then I thought about it afterwards and thought, oh, he's basically telling you, don't care what you see on the TV. We're not stopping until every vote is counted. So if you look on the TV and it says, Donald Trump 269, we're not stopping until every single one of those votes is counted. So won't worry about what that said. We got a whole lot that we're trying to do. Okay, let's look at Bannon. Bannon said that he wanted to cause harm to Fauci and others, and his lawyer quit. So what do they got him on for?
Fraud.
Yep.
For the build the wall thing.
Yeah, okay. So how is his legal battles going to go?
Well, I want to look first. Are they going to revoke his bail? Because he's out on bail. So will the judge revoke his bail because he's like inciting violence, like terrorist violence, purely for entertainment purposes? Only YouTube, if you want to investigate somebody, go see Steve Bannon.
He's another one. Bad card.
Yeah. Is his bail going to get revoked? I'd like to get his butt back in jail to shut him up.
I get yes.
He's banned from life from Facebook and Twitter.
He starts off with 10 of Wands, crossed by the 8 of Wands, the Star, so that's like my yes card, 10 of Swords, 4 Swords, and then Death Major Change. Yeah, he's about to get locked up. That's okay.
I agree. That's a yes card for me. Ace of Pentacles. He's about to get locked up for collaborating with others and inciting others. He's going to get a whole bunch slammed onto him under Biden's administration too. So besides what he's got right now, he's going to have more problems next year.
It's okay. His little white supremacist cult will protect him in jail.
Man, I'm getting something he did online or on the internet that caused big problems or could have caused a huge storm and chaos here sticks. So yes, because this could have caused long-term damage here.
Yeah, because it was actually done on a radio show, but it went viral like on Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah, I get the same thing. Yes. I get also that he might be back on the sauce. I had the Temperance in between the Death and the Tower. So there is, like right now, he looks very cover girl because he got his skin is clear, his hair looked like it got blowed out.
It's flowing, right?
Yeah, he looked like somebody bought him a comb. And I'm like, go ahead, Steve Bannon. You still look horrible, but at least you look less horrible. At least you don't look horror film horrible. So I'm like, okay. But yeah, I think he may be going back on it because he's having a bit of a tower moment. Okay. So I had 3 questions. First, let's look at how good would the administration be viewed? The new administration be viewed? Will it be good for America? Will it be bad for America? Will they be allowed to get anything accomplished? So forth and so forth. How would it be viewed?
Historically, how will they look at Biden's administration?
If he said we're going back into the Paris Accord, which is a good thing.
Iran called and was like, yeah, we want to get back in the deal, which that is huge.
Yep.
They were just trying to poke that bear to start a war.
Yes.
Yeah. All the world leaders have called him and been like, bro, thank you. So listen, don't call me on that phone because he got that number. Call me on this new number. Okay? DMs real quick and let me give you this new number.
Ooh, the sun, great joy through his administration. Let's see. And a lot of illumination, so a lot of transparency.
So there will be it will be easy to read here with the High Priestess and the King of cups. First, I'm thinking, oh God, secrets and Biden, but no, I don't get secrets because nothing surrounding it supports secrets. And I do clarifying, and no, it's not going to be hard to read. Now there's going to be, of course, some things that we need to look at, but anyway, there's also going to be a slight reduction in debt. Here from Five of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, there'll be some more money coming in. There's also going to be a bit of, there's somebody in the administration that is going to start out in the administration and is going to be fired from the administration. I think at the most, that's the kind of scandal that you might get. So his administration is going to kind of look like Biden's. Obama's, it'll be tan suit kind of thing. But if you wanted to pick and say, kind of like Flynn was in Obama's administration, you can pick a person that did something horrible out of it, and that's kind of what I see in that. Mm-hmm. But it'll look like the typical administration, I think.
What'd you get, Adrian?
Basically hardworking. I'm just trying to pull some clarifiers. So basically how they're looking at it is he brought in the full walking away. So this was the administration that's going to get that got Trump out. They're also looking at bringing, with the Ace of Pentacles, bringing in new stability. I dropped the card. It was justice. So now being this new fair, walking away from all of the anxiety that that the world has had with the Trump administration. So they're just looking at this like, this administration was the catalyst to get that nasty Trump energy out. Mm-hmm. And they're gonna bring this. Oh, sorry.
I could start out with the Sun card on the bottom, and he's going to be very transparent. He's going to stand in his own truth and power. He'll be honest. His challenge will be to bring people together from both sides. That'll be his biggest challenge. But he's going to be, his legacy is going to be about creating jobs, just like Obama, creating jobs for America and securing things in our economy and securing things in our government, because we all felt like we were losing our democracy. He will also be known for strength over the illness that has been going on for a long time. He will get strength over that. So his biggest challenge is to bring together the divided country that we are right now.
What did you get,
Becca?
I'm getting that it's going to be viewed as a compassionate government with a powerful woman. There is legislation that comes forward to remove something or a decisive decision, an important retirement. I'm also getting there's something here about a love of banks. Okay, there's a corporate woman here who writes a letter of resignation. The love of finance, the love of money, and then some sort of security that's important for retirement. There's a decision and a choice to cut that. That is going to anger a lot of people and make people quite nervous. Also, corruption in the government from this past administration gets illuminated, gets exposed. Our friends and our allies, we're happy to have this back. There's people that this administration is going to reach the aisle across with others that should not be trusted because those people are manipulative. There's also choices and decisions being made by a woman in regards to cosmetic surgeries. I'll just put it that way. That's going to cause a problem. We're going to be viewed good globally. We're still going to have a mess of problems here between this side and that side.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so a bit of levity, if we will. Will alcohol sales decrease now that the administration is changing? Not you, but there might have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 million people that found their comfort in the bottom of a bottle. The world was just a little heavy at times. And so will the alcohol sales now decrease or
Post-inauguration, will alcohol sales drop?
or not? Because I mean, still tastes good just because
Well, the Trumpsters were already drinking, but
Did you see that guy that was on there screaming for them that they're stealing the vote? And his shirt said beer, barbecue, freedom. I'm like, how
Yes.
simple. Oh, Lord. Oh, God.
Oh,
beer and barbecue and freedom. That's it.
Jesus Christ. I mean, if you can't do nothing else.
You should get drunk.
7 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles. There is a strategy around companies. This is probably to make sure that you still need us. Queen of Swords and the 5 of Pentacles. There might be a bit of a. Okay, so here's kind of where I'm going with this. We might have a shutdown at some point because to get COVID under control, and I think that might drive up the consumption. And so I think no, I don't think it'll go down. I don't think it'll go up but I don't think it's going to go down.
I kind of agree because there's something that comes up. I'm getting 5 of Wands, 9 of Wands. So this fighting and kind of standing ground. There's a tower moment that's about to happen. So there's something that's about to happen people are not going to stop drinking.
Yeah.
We gonna still hit the sauce.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's COVID or I think it's actually we start seeing the heartbreak and betrayal of Trump. Because they got Biden here in the center, and as judgment on Trump starts coming out, things that we were blocked from seeing, that if we're offered that drink, we're going to complete that drink. There's going to be a lot of burden just trying to watch everything that comes out, all the light that gets shown and all the illumination, all the thievery. So I think just seeing everything he's done is going to cause people to still drink.
I'm not seeing an increase in alcohol at all. This would be your increase. It's cut off here and it's suffering and burdensome here. So no, I don't see it. But what I do see is people smoking a bunch of pot.
Legalizing.
He's going to legalize the weed.
And a lot of states like Oregon, I think Oregon passed a law there where everything is just, yep.
We passed a law here in Illinois, and in the first 6 months, the first day, they made $3 million, and that was on New Year's Day. The first 6 months, I think they said they made over $3 billion or something.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, one more question. Thank you, Beaker. Just, we did it, y'all. Okay, we did it. Just a little celebration. I ain't been on since election.
I know. I was like, "Where's Johnny?" I saw your recorded videos, but I haven't seen your face. Not walking to the store, not nothing. I was like, "Where's Johnny?"
Sleeping and eating.
Didn't you do a walking and breathe video? Just breathe?
Yes, on the way to the store. Actually, because it was I wanted everybody to know we got this. He was at 234. This fool's at 214. He didn't move from 214 in 5 days. So we got this. Okay. One last question. It was a little messy. For those who are sensitive, stay and learn something. Paula White, Donald Trump's psychic advisor, spiritual advisor, was praying to the angels of Africa and South America and Pluto and everybody else. Who was she talking to? Because you was not talking to angels, you wasn't talking to Orishas, you wasn't talking to the Nectars, the EIME, you wasn't talking to the Ghostbusters, you wasn't talking to Goons and Goblins, you wasn't talking to the rappers, you wasn't talking to the people in Kanye's head. Who was you really talking to?
Right.
God don't know you.
All off beat, all her it just wouldn't hit on nothing.
Thank you, Super Truthful.
You know, I was listening to her and I'm like, it's insulting to African Americans when she started speaking in tongues. I'm like, that's freaking insulting. Because how do you know people in Africa speak like that? You know,
Well,
like
I also think she was trying to call in the whole Pentecostal because in the Pentecostal church, that is like when you're getting into the spirit real good.
yeah,
And you shouldn't, because the Bible, that same book that you're supposed to be a student of, Paula White, it says do not do this unless you have an interpreter. Because how can they say amen when they don't know what you just said?
The gall of her to call them the angels from what Trump called the S-hole countries, you know, in South America and Africa and stuff. The gall of her to call those angels in to come protect him.
and I'm sitting there watching it. I'm sitting there watching it this whole time, and I'm like, oh, Obatalan Shango, strike her down right now.
Who are you talking to? Home.
Makuta, Matata, Shamana, Nana, Rana. Hey, Makuta, Matana, Rana, Nana. Hey, I was like, woman, what the hairy hippie hell? And don't you call on my ancestors
At all.
please.
They don't know you. They barely know me. They definitely don't know you. Thank you, Valerie.
So who was Paula White talking to when she was talking? Who was she praying to? Well, no.
Matana, Sharana, Mana, Hana, Hatuna, Shamana, Harana, Tana, Fana.
Seriously.
$5 says that's get stuck in somebody's head tonight. They cuss me out as they're trying to sleep.
And then what was she wearing? Was her shoulder out?
Yeah.
Yeah, she had
her bra was.
So you talking to my ancestors and being a heifer on stage at the same time.
And did you see that guy walking behind her back and forth with that pile of papers? Like
that was distracting too. I'm like,
What's she talking to? Jim, what you get?
Well, I start out with the full Trump. She's talking to him to send a message, and his supporters is what I get. And she was obviously not balanced. She was trying to appeal logically to those who desired for him to win. And she was trying to show strength in this. But she's also trying to hang on to the money she can get before he is gone and packed his bags and out of there. So she was talking to the parishioners that were going to give her some money.
yep. Yes.
That's what the message was for. Give me money before the guy you want in is gone.
I'm a co-sign on that because I pretty much 3 of Pentacles, Chariot moving forward, Hermit before we have to step back and hide, 4 of Pentacles. I'm trying to hold on. And it ends with the King of Pentacles. She was talking to money peoples. Keep paying me.
Thank you, Sandy.
Yep.
I'm getting the same thing. Here's her showing her loyalty to Trump, also loyalty to financiers with the bear there. It was all a lie. She wasn't talking to anybody. It was her latest grift right there. So
what I get, she wasn't talking to nobody good. There's the seer. This is not the spirit. This is what, if it was, thank you, RL. If it was still owes you on a few books from 2004, you better get your money. The seer is not the spirit. This is what the religious person would be viewed as if it was the spirit. But no, she gets the seer. The seer is the intuition person. This can also be the call me now for your free psychic reading, $3.99 per minute person too. Because here comes the raven. This brings doom and seduction. This is all a lie. It's all a show. It's all an act. This all is speaking in tongues garbage and all that stuff. This is all an act. She don't know what she said either. She just rolled her tongue a few times and some crap fell out. Temptation will lead you astray with the siren, and what better way to finish off anything and everything than Medusa? She was talking to Medusa.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Temptress has led you astray, my dear. You're going to be turned into stone, and you will be a decoration on the lawn of Trump. So maybe you can call an African angel to come save you, or maybe not.
They might turn you into a pillar of salt.
Yes.
Because what she's not about to do, because we all come from Mama Africa, is bring all of our ancestors in her crummy ass mouth.
No,
Do it again.
I could do that today.
Do it again. And see what happens.
Did Kanye do a concession speech? Did anybody hear?
What's that?
Did Kanye do a
Yes.
concession speech?
Yes, he did. It was
Did he?
one word. It said, "Well." That was
What? He
Whelp.
said, whelp?
Well.
W-E-L-P, whelp.
Yeah, well.
Well,
Dot. Right, Johnny?
that's all, folks.
You're like, well, it didn't work. No, it didn't. You let me hush. Okay, so thank you very much for joining us, everybody. The next time you want to go, thank you, Tara. Speak to an African angel. Don't do what that child did. Otherwise, Medusa will show up at your house. So we will see y'all next week on Jen's channel. Be there, be square, or be triangle. You know how I say.